Coming up next is Terry Payne with some public information you might find interesting.
We're standing here near Hot Springs Creek along the beautiful Hot Springs Creek Greenway, and the Transportation Plaza and the Farmers Market are nearby. This is a great setting to talk about keeping our water bodies clean and safe for everyone. And with me today is Jessica Johnson, the Stormwater Coordinator for the city. Welcome, Jessica.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
She's new on board, and she's going to talk to us about keeping the storm drains free of debris.
Yes.
That's our topic today. So when people do summer yard work, why is it important that they keep the grass clippings and leaves out of the storm drains? Why not just use your blower and blow right in there?
Well, it's very important actually that that there's no debris, landscape materials, pesticides, fertilizers, anything of that nature should be avoided anywhere close to a water body or a stream or a storm drain. It can cause clogging. It can cause the drains to clog, which also contributes to flooding. Once the grass clippings and things of that nature get to the water, it actually the decomposition process takes oxygen out of the water, which is important that we avoid because the fish and aquatic life need that to thrive.
So what are some tips that you can offer citizens to not pollute the storm drain?
Sure. Mow as often as you can. Leave the grass clippings on the ground. That will help to retain moisture, and it actually helps the soil's nutrients. Try not to over-apply pesticides and fertilizers. I know we all have a tendency to want the green yard and have everything to be perfect, but it's not healthy. When it rains, the pesticides and fertilizers are going to go into the storm drains, and they'll eventually make their way to the creeks and water bodies.
Jessica, what do you find are some common pollutants that people tend to put down the storm drain without thinking?
Sediment is the main thing. Lots of household hazardous materials such as paints, a lot of different things that we wouldn't think about, aerosol, that sort of thing. Oil, grease, landscape debris again, pesticides and fertilizers, construction-related chemicals, things of that nature. Those are all common pollutants that we find and things that need to be avoided.
So now we've talked about the things to avoid. What things can actually go down the storm drain besides water?
Well, water is actually the only thing that should go down the drain. Rainwater specifically. The Arkansas Department of Environmental Quality, ADEQ, does allow for certain types of water discharges other than rainwater, such as firefighting, waters from firefighting, fire hydrant discharges, irrigation, things of that nature, things that are, not going to contaminate the water supply. Also, swimming pool discharges. Just make sure that if you are going to drain your swimming pool, that you allow 3 to 4 days to allow the
that chlorine?
Yeah, the chlorine to evaporate out of that before you just drain it out into the water.
Well, that's important. We have a lot of swimming pools, that's for sure, in our area. Is there anything else that you can mention, Jessica, to help people protect the water bodies?
Sure, absolutely. The main thing that I just want everyone to understand is that our stormwater runoff is not filtered and it's not treated in any way. So any activities that you're doing on a daily basis or even inadvertently can cause pollution and can cause problems to our water bodies. So just be conscientious that only rain is allowed down the storm drain.
And that's actually a slogan of the Stormwater Division.
Only rain down the drain.
Yes. People somehow do think that the stormwater is filtered, don't they?
Yes, they do. Unlike wastewater and sanitary sewer, which is taken to a wastewater treatment plant, obviously, and treated to be able to reuse, the stormwater is drains directly into the streams and lakes in the area. So there's no filtration process, no treatment process at all.
So you helped describe why a storm drain is different than a sewer drain.
Right. Yeah.
That's important education for all of us. And Jessica, as we wrap up today's segment, if people have more questions about the Stormwater Division, its duties, what you do, how can they contact you?
They can call me at any time. My number is 321-6743. I'm available between 8 and 5, and I'd be glad to help answer any questions, clarify anything, and be of service to you.
Jessica, thanks so much for talking with us today. This is an important topic and one that we can all learn more about. Next week, we'll bring you more city news.